What I'm feeling today and in the past couple of weeks is I'm kind of lost. Oh, what do I do for summer now? Like, there's summer, but I also just recently had COVID, and that like made me stay inside for like the last 3 or 4 weeks of finals. It put me in a spin. Get in! Alright, the really important thing to know about the mentorship that I made with this guy right now is we are both involved in the Asian American space at UC San Diego, and we both love boba. And I think that's the best way to talk to people. Just let's get some boba, let's hang out, and let's get to it. To be honest, one of the things that conflicts with me the most is asking for help, because it doesn't feel like I should be asking so much, or it feels sometimes like I'm placing a burden on other people. But in the past couple of weeks, I mean, like, I've been with my own thoughts so much and just kind of like sparring myself. I've been overthinking and underdoing. And I think really to fix that is talking to other people, and that's what makes it special. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Hey John, so much better. Thank you so much, so much better.
Hey, so when are you going to head out? You're paying for housing choice, right?
Place here, my lease is gonna end. I'm gonna pay for at least a month.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah, this is great, man. I'm glad. Thanks for inviting me out. Yeah, nice to get out of the office.
I really feel cared by so many people at UCSD. Like every time I have like a thing that I really need to talk about or want to talk about, there's people who are like willing and saying like, oh my god, of course. Like,
Good seeing you, brother. Take care of yourself.
bye-bye. One of the things I learned from John today was something about like travel safety.
I always carried my stuff in my front pockets.
When he was around like 20 or 21, basically like my age, he went 6 months backpacking through all of Asia, near the Philippines, and all throughout those types of places.
Where if I carried a backpack,
backpack in the
I
front?
put it in the front.
Okay.
Right?
And he told me the story of one time he was on the subway and he was like basically packed in so tightly that like pickpocketing was pretty rampant. And it just kind of drove home the idea that, oh my god, not all places I'm gonna go to in the world and traveling internationally will be as safe as I have been in Southern California growing up my whole life. So I'm really glad I got that piece of advice, because you know, I don't really have that mindset yet, but I'm growing to understand more of what it means to have travel safety and also travel independence. With me, I've read like 1 million self-help books in the past couple of years, and business books and, you know, personal leadership books. And one of the things I've learned is to always improve from them. But one of the things that maybe it's kind of held me back from was like seeing if these perspectives make sense in everyday life and everyday conversation. So I've been really using this opportunity to ask people for help in ways that I can't get help from in books. It's kind of like ironic, because you would think that reading enough self-help books, you're like, oh, I'm learning from other people's mistakes and I'm understanding like how the world works because I'm learning from this accomplished person. But really, in fact, for me, there's so much more to learn from daily life and the people around me, so much more than I can read in books. And this is just a quarter of them. It's seriously crazy how many books I've bought and purchased and read over the past couple of years. And some of the advice works, but at the same time, books can't talk back to you. They can't see who you are and see who you are as a person and help you explain or help you vent out your ideas. They are just objects. Books are tools. And there's so much more to learn from daily life and the people around me, so much more than I can read in books. And as valuable as they are, we need other people in our lives to have our network, to explain our ideas, to explain our emotions, and to explain our feelings. Being open to that and understanding how to learn from other people and learn from other people's experiences that, you know, they had and that they're willing to share has been a blessing to me. So I'm gonna head back home. I think right now Justin and I are gonna head over to the San Diego Public Library so that we can check out some books, do some reading, and just kind of explore the downtown areas. Justin and I made it to the book sale section, and they're also selling like huge CDs, and I guess we already watched a couple of good movies together, so we're just looking at all of them. I remember seeing this like, I don't know, in like 5th grade. This was like awesome. And then also the Jaden Smith version was really cool too. I was always kind of empowered by that, like up and coming, kid gets bullied and then kid kicks everyone's ass, that type of narrative. We got some.
Come on! I couldn't get rid of you guys and you came back and you still want?
That's awesome. 6 books. All this is 6 books.
We met some pretty cool people today already. Got to buy the books, and then I was talking with some people about traveling. I just had my camera around. So Gary, you said you traveled around on motorcycles?
Yes.
And you went, what, North Africa, you said? And people are asking like, oh, what's the camera for? I told them about Denmark. I told them about studying abroad. And this really nice guy named Gary was giving me some advice on like how to travel because he's traveled through Europe on motorcycle.
Bought the bike in London.
Yeah.
Traveled across through England, France,
Wow.
Spain, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Italy,
Yeah.
Germany.
And I thought that was like really freaking cool. And we also got some pretty cool books and 2 movies. And actually when we averaged out the cost of the book, it was like $2 for a book of like 600 to 700 pages, meaning like literally like less than a couple cents a page. That's crazy.
Eighth floor. Going up.
Oh wow, those spots were like completely amazing in there. Like this whole skyline was just completely open, and oh, even out here too. Wow, look at that 360. Damn, this place is amazing. Actually, from our apartment in Tierra Sana, it takes us like 20 minutes to get here, but it takes us like 30 minutes to get to the school library. So honestly, this is probably like the favorite library that we have. All right, just got back from the library, and I think I learned a lot with how to ask for questions, ask for help, and ask for things I've never even known about. So I'm quite proud of myself for this, for acknowledging that I'm not gonna have all the answers in life, and that other people are so much more experienced and sometimes more talented and more knowledgeable on exactly what I wanna learn. So it's time to sometimes, just suck up my pride and understand that yes, I'm gonna reach out to a mentor to ask how they traveled. Yes, I'm gonna reach out to my friends and let them know I'm, not feeling the best emotionally. And yes, sometimes I'm even gonna do things like go to therapy and like have counselors, actual trained professionals help me out with the brain fog I'm dealing with the sadness I'm dealing with. And all of those things are okay, but it doesn't feel okay until we ask. So if you're going through any hard times, any things that have been unprecedented or really challenging, I also encourage you to reach out a hand and see if anything resonates to be true. Then go ahead and use that advice. Go ahead and use those learnings to your advantage. I have one poem I want to share before I end this vlog completely today, and it is called advice. Some advice can be a vice. So never let someone else's words derail your course of flight. Take what works and heed the signs, but leave what doesn't work for you behind. It's not up to you to prove advice to be true. It's up to you to prove that you can do the best only you can do. That's all I have for today. Peace out. The booty reflections, bro.
Yeah.
How does he do that?
Because it's flat.